as we explore the 7 super rare pickup trucks only a few people know about. Number 7. 1954 GMC 100. If you love old cars that look fast and powerful, then the 1954 GMC 100 might catch your eye. This truck has a classic design that many people who are passionate about hot rods will recognize right away. It's got the vintage beater style that's popular among fans of hot rods, the kind of look that sticks in your mind and makes you think of speed and excitement. Now, let's take a peek under the hood of this vintage pickup. What you'll find is a strong engine called an overhead valve inline 6-cylinder. That's a fancy way of saying the engine has 6 cylinders in a row and is really reliable. It's got a displacement of 269 cubic inches, which is just a measure of how much space the engine takes up inside. And it can generate 130 horsepower, which is what gives the truck its oomph, the power to go fast and haul heavy loads. When it comes to shifting gears, the default option for this truck is a 3-speed manual synchro mesh transmission. That means you have 3 different speeds you can choose from, and the gears shift smoothly without grinding. But if you want a little more control or convenience, you could upgrade to an automatic transmission or a 4-speed manual. It all depends on how you like to drive and what you are using the truck for. The GMC 100 was in production from 1954 to 1959, so it's got a long history behind it. Some of its unique features include power steering, which makes it easier to steer, especially at low speeds or when you're maneuvering in tight spaces. It also had a limited slip rear axle, which helps the truck grip the road better, especially in slippery conditions. And to help it stop more quickly and safely, it's equipped with Willwood 4-wheel disc brakes, which are known for their durability and effectiveness. Number 6. 1976 Jeep J10 Honcho. When Jeep decided to change the name from Gladiator to J-Series, they made some important improvements. These included things like a new front axle, front disc brakes, 6 stud wheels, and stronger frame crossmembers. The J10 version of this series had different trim options, such as the Honcho, 10-4, and Golden Eagle packages. Out of these options, the Honcho was the rarest. Only 1,264 units of the Jeep J10 Honcho were made between 1976 and 1983. The Honcho had distinctive features that set it apart from other models. It came with wide 8x15-inch spoke wheels and special off-road tires to handle rough terrain. Inside, it had a sporty steering wheel and a unique Levi's denim interior, giving it a rugged yet stylish look. The exterior boasted a special gold stripe that ran along the bedside, fenders, and tailgate, adding a touch of flair to its appearance. Despite its rarity, the Honcho wasn't just about looks. Its upgraded features also made it a capable off-road vehicle. The larger wheels and off-road tires provided better traction, while the stronger frame crossmembers enhanced durability and ruggedness. The front disc brakes improved braking performance, crucial for navigating challenging terrain. The J10 Honcho's production spanned almost a decade, during which it gained a reputation for its unique style and off-road prowess. Today, the Jeep J10 Honcho remains a sought-after classic among fans of vintage trucks and off-road enthusiasts, a testament to its enduring appeal and iconic design. Before we dive into our next countdown, have you subscribed to our channel yet? If not, please show your support by giving this video a thumbs up and hitting the subscribe button now. Number 5. 1990 Chevrolet 1500 454 SS. Chevrolet made this truck look sporty. They added special wheels that had chrome on them. They also put stickers on the truck that said SS. Under the hood, Chevy put in a very big engine. This engine was the 7.4-liter 454 V8. It was one of the biggest engines you could get in a pickup truck at that time. Inside the truck, Chevrolet made it very comfortable. They put in seats that were very soft, like a plush toy. These seats were called bucket seats. There was a big box in the middle of the seats where you could keep things. They also put in a really good sound system so you could listen to music while you drove. The truck even had a feature called cruise control, which helps you keep a steady speed while driving on the highway. Even though the engine was very big, it didn't have a lot of power compared to engines today. At first, it only had 230 horsepower. That's how strong this engine is. But it had a lot of torque, which is a different kind of power that helps the truck start moving. Because of this, the truck could go very fast from a stop. People like this truck a lot, and Chevrolet sold many of them. The price of the truck was not too high when it first came out. It cost around $18,295 in 1990, which would be about $36,450 today. But not many of these trucks were made, so now they're very valuable. Some people have sold these trucks for over $100,000. Number 4. 1995 Ford F-150 SVT Lightning, first generation. The Lightning was a special truck made by Ford's performance division called Special Vehicle Teams. They created the Lightning by modifying a standard Ford F-150 truck. They used a single-cab, short-bed F-150 and put a powerful 5.7-liter V8 engine in it. The engine was called the Windsor V8. To make the Lightning stand out, SVT gave it a sleek look. They painted it either solid black, red, or white and matched all the trim and accessories to the paint color. They also got rid of the shiny chrome parts. But the Lightning wasn't just about looks. Under the hood, it had a powerful engine. The V8 engine produced 240 horsepower and 315 pound-feet of torque. This was 12% more power and 5% more torque than the standard F-150 models. SVT achieved this increase in power by making several modifications to the engine. They used special cast-iron heads with larger valves, a tuned intake manifold, and exhaust headers that led to dual pipes. They also made other tweaks to enhance its performance. Inside the Lightning, there were cloth bucket seats with the word Lightning embroidered on the headrests. The truck also had custom alloy wheels, which added to its unique appearance. Ford only made the Lightning for a limited time. The last year they produced it was 1995, and it made a total of 11,563 trucks. Despite its limited production, you can still find Lightning trucks for sale today. However, they are considered rare, and their prices can vary. Recent sales of these trucks have mostly stayed under $30,000. Number 3. 1997 Chevrolet S10 EV. In 1997, General Motors made history by being the first car company to create a fully electric pickup truck. This truck was called the Chevrolet S10 EV. It was different from regular pickup trucks because it didn't need gasoline to run. Instead, it used electricity. The Chevrolet S10 EV was based on another truck called the Chevrolet S10 work truck. It was a small truck with only 2 doors and a short bed. General Motors took this truck and made it electric. They used something called the General Motors EV1 powertrain, which is like the heart of the truck. It had a special kind of motor called an AC induction motor that could produce 114 horsepower. To power the truck, General Motors used a battery. In the beginning, they used a type of battery called a lead-acid battery. This battery had a capacity of 16.2 kilowatt hours. It was enough to make the truck move, but it didn't last for a long time. However, General Motors didn't stop there. They wanted to make the S10 EV better, so they decided to make a bigger battery. This new battery was called a nickel metal hydride battery, and it had a capacity of 39 kilowatt hours. With this bigger battery, the S10 EV could travel twice the distance it could before on a single charge. This meant people could use it for longer trips without worrying about running out of power. Even though General Motors made improvements to the S10 EV, it didn't become very popular. Not many people bought it, especially businesses that buy trucks for their fleets. General Motors only made about 1,100 of these electric pickup trucks before they stopped making them in 1998. Number 2. 1964 Jeep Gladiator. The Jeep Gladiator truck was tough and ready for any type of land. When it first came out, it only had one type of engine, which was the 230 cubic inch Tornado Straight 6. This engine was special because it was the only one of its kind made in the United States back then. It was made by Kaiser, which was the parent company of Jeep. Later, in 1965, people could choose to have a more powerful engine called the Vigilant 327. It was a cubic inch V8 with 250 horsepower. One of the best things about Jeep trucks like the Gladiator was that they could go anywhere thanks to their four-wheel drive systems. This means they could drive on all kinds of surfaces like mud or snow. What made them even more special was that they had independent front suspension, which was not common for four-wheel drive vehicles at the time. Most of them had solid front axles. This made the Gladiator even better at handling rough terrain and carrying heavy loads. Because of their abilities, the military in the United States started using the J-Series trucks, like the Gladiator. Government agencies that worked in remote areas also found them useful. Many people liked these trucks, but some were not as happy. The company that owned Jeep, Kaiser, didn't manage the business very well. Eventually, another company called AMC took over in 1970. In 1971, the name Gladiator was changed to J200 and J4000. Later on, they changed the names again to J10 and J20. In the early years, the Gladiator sold pretty well, with 59,180 sold in 1964 alone. But as time went on, the numbers went down a bit. They never sold as many as Ford's F100 style side, which sold 178,581 trucks in 1 year, not even counting other models like the Flare side or F250. Nowadays, you don't see too many Gladiators around. Some are still out there, but they're not as easy to find. If you do find one, the price can be very different depending on its condition. Some might be in great shape and cost a lot, while others might need a lot of work and be cheaper. Number 1. 1939 Hudson Big Boy. The Hudson Big Boy truck was made during a time when cars and trucks were not as advanced as they are today. It was built between 1939 and 1947. A lady named Betty Thatcher Oros had a big role in designing it. She was the first woman in the United States to design cars. Hudson, the company that made the truck, wanted her to help design it because they thought a woman's perspective would be valuable. It had an auto-poise front-wheel control suspension, which was new and different at the time. It also had a powerful straight-six engine. The truck came in two main types, the Series 98, which was made earlier and is quite rare, and the Series 58, which was made after the war and is considerably more common. The Big Boy truck made some special features. It had a clock that could go for 30 hours without winding, a heater called Weathermaster, a fancy steering wheel, and a shiny chrome horn ring. The engine inside the truck was 212 cubic inches big and could produce 21 horsepower. The truck's transmission had 3 speeds and was manual, meaning the driver had to change the gear themselves. Today, if someone restores a Big Boy truck, they could sell it for up to $50,000. That's a lot of money. Only a small number of these trucks were made. In 1939, Hudson made only 640 commercial vehicles, including half-ton and three-quarter-ton pickups. Before World War II, they made both kinds of pickups, but after the war, they stopped making the smaller ones. By 1947, they only made about 3,000 Big Boy trucks. The Big Boy truck was also innovative in terms of safety. It had something called duo automatic brakes, which used both hydraulic and mechanical systems. This was new and helped make the truck safer to drive. Even though the Big Boy truck is old now, people still think it's special because it was rare and innovative for its time. Hudson wanted the Big Boy truck to be comfortable like a car, but also useful like a truck. That's why they designed it to look like a car from the front, but be big and strong like a truck. Both the smaller and bigger Big Boy trucks were built on a chassis with either 116-inch or 128-inch wheelbase. These 7 super rare pickup trucks offer a fast